You know, some individuals have had the experience where they say, great, we're identifying, eliminating waste, and we've acted on it and we've removed it. And then management interprets it as, well, that's good for you, but it didn't impact the bottom line. So this whole thing is a bunch of fluff. Like, let's just stop doing it, right? So with that in mind, you want to be able to fix what bugs you, remove the frustrations, but also be able to speak the language of management, which in many cases is money. So how could you help people, you know, assuming you want to, guide them on closing performance gaps so that they do have a measurable positive impact?
So some of the small things that don't really go to the bottom line are actually the things that are starting to grow your lean culture, because they impact the morale of the team, right? So you might move something over, do a 5S. So might see a big impact to the bottom line, but you know, the day, it doesn't get in the way of the people doing their work. The day is easier, there's less frustration. So even though it doesn't hit the bottom line, you have to be mindful that those things are shifting the culture. They're making people's lives easier when they come to work every day. And then you allow your prioritization matrix to hit the big things that will impact the bottom line, because as you track and you see the occurrences, you know, you can now focus on the things that give you more bang for your buck. So you're still staying focused and you're still hitting, you know, both culture, morale, and you have the ability to hit the bottom line also.
I passionately believe you address those the small things on the line with the shop floor workforce, that will eventually translate. It's tough to connect the dots from that to some ROI sometimes, but that's critical. But to getting to what you were asking about, Kirby, you know, we try to, you know, we're talking about setting goals. What are the limited few key goals you're trying to drive to, and setting some of your continuous improvement, in this case an A3 project, that might address some of those goals. I will say, though, that again, it's kind of a long stretch between the performance of one department and the overall P&L of the company. So in the past, you know, we've got larger ones that we're trying to address, say, an inventory turns or a material availability project that takes a pretty broad scope. It takes a bit more sophistication and cross-collaboration, both within the organization and across, you know, geographies, can be done. But I wouldn't. So you know, you can make that communication. Your senior leadership, you got those big projects, but you got to keep focused on the small projects too.